That was too quick. There we go, sorry. Hi, I'm Joe. I'm founder and these days they call me the CEO of Resolve. I'd like to take you on a short journey. Obviously it's got to be short because we've got just 6 minutes and I'm already running. So Resolve's a charity that supports people with all sorts of drug and alcohol problems, often called addictions. We aim to help people out of the cycle of misuse. There we go. Help them find themselves and so that they can live positive lives and contribute and have positive impacts within the community as a whole. We began as a small community voluntary group back in 2008 with just a £500 start-up grant from Herts Community Foundation, who are here today. And we ran just 3 1.5-hour sessions in those days, based at a centre, which is a community centre in Woodhall, Welwyn Garden City. 9 years later, we're currently running 5 days a week, have 3 centres based in Welwyn, Hatfield, he says, catching up, and most recently in Hitchin. We're reaching ever more people, supporting them and their families now, working with growing numbers of organisations in order to make positive changes in the lives of people that we have contact with. This is Dean.
Good evening, my name's Dean and I'm lead at the Hatfield Outreach Project. 7 years ago, my life was in ruins. I'd lost my job, lost my wife, I lost all self-respect. I was an addict and drugs controlled my life. In 2010, I was arrested. I knew I was going to go to jail, and I did not want to go to jail as an addict with all the problems associated with that. A friend of a friend told me about Resolve, so I made the call. With their help, I cleaned up and changed my life, turned things around. I went to jail in August 2011. Members of staff wrote to me. They came to court every day with me, and they even visited me. I was released in October 2013 and started volunteering in November. In March 2014, I started work part-time as part of the Hatfield Outreach team. In September 2015, the post increased to 30 hours. And hopefully, with your help this evening, we'll be able to make this post full-time. Thank you for listening.
So this is Nicola, who would have been here tonight. Unfortunately, she can't. Sadly, she would have been great, but she's looking after her daughter. She's being a mother, providing services as you'd expect, but she was formerly a client. Now she's volunteering for us. Next slide. And she is disappointed that she can't make it, but you can meet her if you would like to, because she'd be delighted to tell you her story. There she was at the volunteering birthday. They won the award for the best photo for that one, got to tell you, that was hilarious. Gazza, we all know Gazza. This is the cheeky chappie. I did see an interview with him once actually, and he was warned about his drinking. This is where it can take you. This is the sad face of addiction. This is where it can take you physically, as well as emotionally. This is just a couple of weeks ago. I know it's an image, but that's how well he is today. It's a demonstration of how well you can get and how much our health can be improved. This evening, we're asking for you to support Dean's work in particular in Hatfield, where there is a known issue, so much so that local authority and local police are trying to deal with it in a punitive way. Antisocial behaviour, the rise in drinking and using drugs is a problem, we know that, but it is much, much more than that. Many people are homeless. For some, that means sleeping on the streets. For some, it means sofa surfing. And we've worked with some of these people, and some of them have been of no fixed abode for years, 3 years in particular. I was talking about Cuz thing. Imagine living with nowhere to go, having no home, and relying on somebody to let you stay on their sofa. And if you can't, you've got to sleep on the street. You've got to be on a bench, or worse. These people do have nowhere to go during the day, and so they will congregate in public spaces. Simply punishing them isn't the answer. This is Dean and Julie on the left there, with the Mayor, Lynn Welwyn Hatfield, Lynn Sparks, and Chris, who's the station commander at Hatfield Fire Station. These are homeless packs that the team were giving away following a garage fire in which a homeless man who was staying in it died. Your support means we can provide valuable resources so that we can target those people, and my best resource is my staff team. They go out on the streets, they gain the trust of people, and ultimately they help people get off the streets and change that cycle of misuse. They bring the community together as well, as fewer people are engaged in these often quite difficult behaviours. The local environment and communities will see improvements. This was Christmas, if it comes. And we're going to go really quickly now, because this was the last Christmas, service users and staff working together. This was in Welling. It was a great day. Next slide. Your support will see people, where I'm lost already, we'll see us, support the right people, practical support at first, ways of coping strategies, therapies, etc., etc. And now I'm in danger of running out of time. Every single year we need to find the funding to continue our work, and every single year we just about make it. This year we've got some money from Lloyd's, but I need about £4,500 just to pay Dean for the rest of the year, so he can work for a whole year supporting people. If I go to the last slide, I started by saying I was founder and CEO. Actually 19 years ago, I was drinking up to 3 bottles of vodka a day. I was heavily using drugs. I was in a bit of an old mess, but we want you to join our journey. Many thanks for your time. It's over to you. Cheers.